Video, I'll be talking you through the customization of the typography, which means how do you customize the fonts. If you like some font but you'd want to make some personalized or customized changes to it, how do you do that? So firstly, like my last video, you could just use the typing tool from here, or you just press the T key on your keyboard, which will also activate the typing tool like that, and then you click anywhere on the screen and you write the text that you want to customize. You can select that and then choose the font, like the original font that you want it to be in. So maybe I would choose actually anything, like whatever you want. And just like the last time, the first thing that I would do is just select this, yeah, and then I'm going to go to type and I'm going to create outlines. Okay, so now this has been turned into a graphic file, which means it's like an image and I can edit it, right? So just selecting this and then pressing E is going to activate the transformation tool, the free transform tool. And then while I'm holding down shift and option, I can actually just freely and uniformly transform it to a bigger size. Okay. And using the selection tool, I can just move it wherever I want on my screen so that it's here. Yeah. Now I might want to make some customized changes to it. Like I might want to just chop off some of these edges and give it like an edgy look or something else that you have on your mind. I'm not sure what. I'm just going to show you the tools through which you could do that. So the first one that you could use to like chop off some parts of this font is eraser tool. Okay, if you just double click on this eraser tool, it is also going to show you like what angle it is on, what is the roundness of that tool. So you could actually, depending upon how you want to chop things off, you could change the shape of the tool and the angle of the tool, the size and everything else. So by clicking OK, you'll get this kind of an eraser tool and you can actually chop off some of these portions, like to give it that kind of a look that, the earth is melting. So like sort of ripping some of these parts so that you show that, the earth is melting and climate change and stuff like that. So to sort of communicate that idea, you could do that. That's one way. The other way to, sort of uniformly chop something off, I'll show you that way also. So you can use this rectangle tool. No, not this one. Sorry, here. Rectangle tool here. Okay. And then you can create a rectangle. Let's say I want to just chop off half of this part of the letter H. So I'm going to use rectangle, overlap it, like put it on top of the letter H. And then, oops, then I'm going to use this direct selection tool. So while this is selected, I'm also going to press down shift key and I'm going to select the H. So both of them are selected and I'm going to use this tool called minus front, which we used in my previous video also, but I have to make sure that I'm holding down shift and option. So while I'm holding down both those keys, I'm going to press on this and I'm gonna chop that off like a proper shape rather than a rounded shape. Okay. The third way of customizing this font and creating something out of it is another very nice tool, which is called the pencil tool, which is here. Okay, so you could use this pencil tool and but before that, of course, I have to select the letter on which I'm working on. So I'm going to select use the direct selection tool and maybe I want to work on A, and then I'm going to use the pencil tool, and all that I have to do is just use these blue points which are called the anchor points. Okay, so I just have to draw on that shape with a pencil to give it that look which I want. Okay, like that. Maybe I want to let me select that again. Yeah, maybe I want to use a pencil and sort of give it like a droplet effect. I'm not using a stylus and not even a mouse, so my drawing is not gonna be great at all. But that's like saying that it's like the earth is melting, the droplets. So that could be done. You could do something with the letter R maybe and give it a nice shape, depending upon what you have in mind. So just selecting the tool, the pencil tool, and then giving it that kind of melting sort of an effect that you wanna communicate, like that. So you could do those things. You can convert this font into an artwork. You could customize it. You could give this letter H sort of rounded edges if you want. You could erase that part if you want. Okay, so all of that is definitely possible. Yeah, so with these anchor points, you could even give rounded edges to letter H, and all you have to do is just use a pencil tool and then just basically go ahead and give it a nice round shape. Okay, and oops, I think I selected more than one anchor points like that. Okay, so you could change the fonts like that, right? Now, just like my last video, in this one also you could use pen tool here, and you could create some paths if you want to give it a different color. Yeah, something like that. I don't know what I am doing right now, but what I'm trying to do is just give it a different color. Okay, so while I'm selecting this part, I can give it a blue color, and for the font, okay, I can give it a green color. Yeah, the letter H, I don't know what happened to that, but yeah, you could do that. And then what you have to do is just select the blue part and shift and select the text and use this divide, so that you divide this part into different portions which could be deleted and cleaned off. You should also ungroup it so that these are all different parts. And when you're cleaning things up, of course, it's a very good idea. Oops, one thing that I forgot to do and which was very important, which I told you last time, is when you select all of these and you divide, I should be holding down shift and option key, otherwise it's not going to work properly. Yeah, now that worked, I think. Now then, to clean portions, I think it's better to always just work in a zoomed mode, so you're able to clearly use the direct selection tool and start cleaning off things that you want to chop off from your artwork. Yeah, whatever else is in the way, all little things should be chopped off, what shouldn't be a part of your work. And this has happened because we have been able to divide things, I guess. Don't know why this is not looking great. I might have to divide that again, maybe. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Probably there are not enough sections to be cleaned here, or there might be some issue with the divide, I think. Not really sure what that is, but it should have worked. Well, I think I'll have to see this part again. For now, I can just get rid of it. I don't know why this is not working, but I'll look at that later. Okay. So, so this is how you created like a dripping effect and melting ice effect and give it like a nice color shading to it. You could select the green portion if you want. And I don't know why this H is not a part of this whole thing. Maybe I just didn't group it properly in the first place. So I'm going to select the H as well. And then just to go to object and go to path and go to offset path. So I can give it like a nice border to it. Yes, H is definitely behaving a bit abnormally. I don't know. I'll have to fix that. Okay. But you could create borders if you want. Yeah, this has come back. I have no idea why this is. Yeah, there was something wrong with the letter H, I think. Yeah, okay, so you could take any font, okay, and you can actually customize it and create any kind of artwork. In fact, if you divide this properly, you could even get rid of these like black lines, which you might not want on this. Yeah, create anything that you want.